My colleague Trone Dowd has been covering the trial. Trone, I want to start at a human level. We're journalists and reporters, but we live in this country too. What's this day been like for you?
It's been a long time coming. I've covered this thing since George Floyd died last May. So it's been 10 long months of just following every facet of this case. And I won't lie, when that decision was made today, I couldn't help but get emotional. We get to close the chapter on this really dark moment in American history.
Okay, Trone, let's talk about the charges. Guilty on all counts. You've reported on the controversy of that third-degree murder charge. What was unusual about it?
So third-degree murder was something that the prosecutors and the state have been, fighting over whether these charges apply to Derek Chauvin. Initially, it seemed like these charges weren't going to stick. Judge Peter Cahill had decided, hey, they don't necessarily apply to this case because Derek Chauvin's actions only affected one person. Now, typically, third-degree murder only applies to situations where a particular action may have been deadly to multiple people, more than one person. But they ended up reinstating it once the prosecution had appealed earlier this year, and the state got their wish.
So then the other charges, what did the second-degree murder guilty conviction, what does that mean?
Second-degree murder basically means that Derek Chauvin caused George Floyd's death while committing a crime. The crime in this case was third-degree assault. And that's regardless of criminal intent. He didn't necessarily need to go in with the hopes of killing someone, but his actions caused the death of someone.
And lastly, there's the manslaughter charge, also guilty. What's that?
It basically says that Derek Chauvin took an unreasonable risk when he restrained George Floyd the way that he did, and as a result caused the death of George Floyd. I should probably go through what each charge is punishable by. You got second-degree manslaughter. He faces up to 10 years in prison. You have second-degree murder, which he faces up to 40 years in prison, his most severe charge, and third-degree murder, which he faces up to 25 years in prison.
There are a lot of factors that can impact what Chauvin's sentence ends up being, right?
Right. It ultimately comes down to Judge Peter Cahill's discretion. And more than likely, we won't see these charges stack. We're going to just see him face the most severe charge in question here, which is the second-degree murder. So up to 40 years in prison, likely less than that because he doesn't have any priors to really speak of.
And Derek Chauvin isn't alone facing charges. 3 officers who are with him are also heading to trial. They're innocent until proven guilty. But when is that going to happen?
They go on trial in August. As of right now, that's what's scheduled, always subject to change.
Now, this is justice in a certain way, but it's accountability. It's super rare for police officers to be convicted of murder in the killing of Black men. What precedent does this set? What do you think this means for the larger problem of racial disparities in policing in America?
That remains to be seen, to be honest. We're just starting to see statements roll in from a lot of political figures around the country. And I think what they're saying is a lot of what the country is feeling. This is one of so many similar instances where we did not get this outcome. So if this is going to be the start of something new that we're going to see in this country, it kind of remains to be seen. But a lot of folks certainly hope so.
Well, Trone, thank you for reporting, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you.